Excuse me. That's as close to Yanko as I ever want to be.
The snack that smiles back. Product placement. What? Oh my goodness.
Have
Map
we shown
2.
a trophy recently? Have we shown a
some?
trophy? Let's show the trophy.
All right, let me get this tea out of here. There you go. Don't drop it. You've already broken one thing this event.
James, do you feel like because the trophy says Spring 2017 that there might be more summits?
Ooh. Maybe, based on the reception, so go out there and tweet about how much you like this event.
This is me.
What's you?
There was like the lower third here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were pointing to the duck.
It's
the
interesting.
Tyrone.
Though it made me thinking the fact Nuke being open, right? What did Gambit ban? They actually banned Mirage, which is interesting. Again, considering Zeus and what his maps were with Navi. Obviously, Mirage was one of their maps, and two of the maps that
the Zeus from Liquid for a brief moment there.
No, what two of the maps that Navi never played were pretty much Nuke and Cash. So it's interesting to see him also adapt to the new team and kind of adopt these new maps as an in-game leader. It's not as easy as people might think, even though he's obviously a very experienced player, and a very skilled in-game leader. You know, to when it comes to Tier 1 CS, to kind of get used to the little nuances and how you can react to certain things on the map.
Yeah. I guess we'll see in a few moments. I think that Doja and Mo actually changed their names.
We hope so.
I hope so, because like as a player, like that's actually really triggering to know after the fact that, you know, they've had their name changed. Because a lot of the way that you play when you're playing at a high level is you understand where certain players are going to be and what weapons they're going to have and what plays that they're going to make. So if you're like, oh, I'm against this player in a clutch, or this player's alive, he's probably got this weapon at this position, and you know, if the player's got a different name, then it might throw them off a little bit. So.
Like at this point, you're looking for the smallest of edges you can gain over your opponents.
Absolutely.
So do you feel like in practice it would be worth it for you to just have like, because even if you fake nick in practice, people can still like look at your aliases and see which player it is. They see like the skins that you have because they play against you for so long. They know which player has which skins even, or what are the name tags. So do you feel like if you get 5 brand new accounts for practice that it can like give you a small edge, because just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you don't know which player is playing what?
I think teams have tried experimenting with that, but not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but like barcodes. So like capital I L, capital I L, and then another person would be like LLL capital I. You know, I think that would be much more effective. But
so they changed
I think teams and players have experimented with this. I remember several years ago, one of the teams I was on was experimenting with this, especially when you're doing like tryouts and new pickups, where I remember when CSGO first came out, when I was playing with the MTW guys, we'd have accounts for players to play on when we're doing trials. So one, it protects them so that if they're on a team and they want to kind of look into other opportunities, people don't know. And then 2, it protects you because, you know, no one knows, like, okay, you know, who are they trying out? Can we poach that player? Can we, you know, it just gives you some sort of protection. But it also helps you in game, where it's hard for people to actually know who are they playing against, what can they expect from this player. But I think at the end of the day, it's more harm than it's worth, just because it confuses your own team as well. And it's like, is it really worth it?
If everyone's name is LLLIII, then the kill feed becomes useless for you.
No.
Yes, it does.
I think the kill feed does, but if you have the colors, different colors on the radar, and you know who is which, I mean, this is like taking it really
next
like
level.
really,
That's
really
really
like
next
next level.
I don't think we're
stuff.
at that level of CS just yet.
Yeah.
You're looking at the radar longer though.
I think if you're a new team, if you're like a team that just formed, like for example G2, and you like do that in practice so people don't know who plays what. All it takes is one official game, and people will realize on that map who plays which position. So it's not ever gonna give you a huge advantage. It was just like a funny little thing that we could discuss. But yeah, moving on to Nuke, it seems like we're gonna go into the pistol round very, very soon.
I smell mac and cheese.
And the fact that Gambit had such a strong T side on Train, which is what won in the game, means obviously on Nuke they're going to get the benefit of starting on the CT side, which is much more favored. And they
Well,
might...
you say that, but Train last game, Gambit won starting on T side, 16-1.
Yeah.
Dozier's got
Exception to the
5-7.
rule.
5-7 and a smoke grenade. He's playing in a... I did wonder if he'd been near Squeaky, but Hutch has its own choke points as well.
Back in my day, when we used to play Nuke on the old IBA Power Squad, Days would drop me a 5-7 and I'd play Kevlar, and he'd have a smoke grenade as well, and I'd play upper with it. So Doja having the 5-7 without armor, I would just toss it to someone who has armor. Because it's got better armor penetration, you just like have better survivability, but there he goes, he just gets jumping blocked anyway, so it doesn't matter really.
Yeah, headshot will do the job. And that's 2-on-2 now. Quick headshots there from Elige. StarCraft boys doing it big in CSGO, leaving Hobbit alone. Hobbit, the thorn in the side of Liquid. But not today. Elige with yes, another kill. Good start for Liquid.
Elige salvaged that round, and obviously it's huge to win the T-pistol on Nuke, because if you can convert that round, you're already 3-0 up. If you defend against the force buy, then you have a decent chance of winning the first gun round as well. And knowing how difficult it is to play T-side on Nuke, obviously very beneficial for you to have the head start. So while I was outside briefly, while teams were in their huddles, it seemed like Zeus was pretty well prepared for Liquid. He gave a couple of pointers to his guys, but what they should keep an eye out, where JDM likes to play, if it goes towards control or secret, and what they are going to go for, just to remember the things that they've been practicing. So,
Well, if they were prepared, then why'd they lose pistol round?
top cack.
Top kick. Spicy.
Mo's left himself with the money for AWP no armor in the buy round. Which
Good
makes me wonder...
Mathematics.
Huh?
But is that including the kill that he got, or is that without?
No, but he
Before the kill?
had $800 when he left spawn, I believe.
Okay.
So I suppose now he's got $1,100.
Nice.
There we go.
Wow.
So
Your attention to detail is second to none. Second to Thorn.
So I'm looking forward to seeing where he's going to play on the buy round. Oh, timely shoulder peek. But not quite enough. The Nova, big popper pump to Scott Steiner.
Add a choke onto the end of that, and you can snipe some people at heaven.
Look how tight that spread is.
Tight.
Yeah. The spread of bullets is tight compared to loose, you know, just all over the place. You are a very simple man, aren't you?
I am very simple.
You prefer
But I
tight
could have
spreads?
gone. I could have gone to many references.
I
For
prefer
example, tight
apricot
butthole,
jam spreads.
Workaholics. We made that reference earlier.
The what? Workaholics?
Yeah, tight butthole.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
Tight butthole?
Tight butthole. It's a Workaholics reference.
I don't know what workaholics
like-
is.
It's a TV
Someone
show.
who works
Oh,
very hard.
right, 'cause
I don't
you
watch
have a
TV.
Someone who works
Right.
very hard. You don't work very hard?
Work what?
Workaholic.
No.
No, that's the opposite, actually. A TV show, maybe you're accurate. Yo, bless you, buddy. Gesundheit.
Cheers.
Nice.
I don't know what's going on right now. But
It's
what
a
I do know,
2-0. That's what's going on. Time is ticking down.
time is of the essence.
Zeus
Unless
still
we're
with the
talking about
shotgun
perfume.
and armor. Perfume,
Yeah, because then it's like essence of, you know, this or that.
right?
Yeah.
And just like a Matthew McConaughey or something.
Hey.
All right, let's see what this shotgun can do.
Alright. Can't do accents.
Zeus. Is he going to push out with the shotgun?
Potentially. Was that
missed-
rhetorical?
He's missed the early stuff.
True.
It was rhetorical, but, you know, feel free to answer if you want to.
You're
So
already
JDM
dead.
going aggressive on the outside here. I wonder if Liquid's gonna like run through into the first gun round with a similar style, just heavy push outside. But I guess we'll just see in just a few moments anyways. I mean, not much to talk about here. Gambit really can't do much with pistols unless Team Liquid really just falls into their trap. But Gambit's not really setting up a trap anyways. So it's just going to be a matter of time before this round's over. Dren's just walking around. He does have a UMP, so maybe he does go try to take out 1 or 2 Liquid members, trying to farm up, get $600 per kill with this UMP. I mean, that's best case scenario. He doesn't really want to save this. It's not really going to benefit him that much. He's going to buy next round anyways. So getting a kill here would be ideal. Oh, and if he's able to get that. There he goes. Oh, feels bad.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I think if he took the shot when JDM was still in the window, because he would have been tagging JDM and JDM's already slowed to crawl speed because he's crouching through a window, I think maybe Adren might have been able to get that kill. But I think he was looking to see if he could get a better angle and then also kind of see if he's able to find additional targets that he could take out.
So that Deagle kill from Mo gave him exactly the money for AWP and Kevlar.
There you go.
There we go, indeed.
Well, did he get another kill last round as well?
I do not recall, but
I don't think he did.
yeah, I do wonder if that has impacted his positioning. Ooh, in between the two. Often happens.
I mean, he had 1100s. He got 43 from the 2-round loss bonuses, so just enough for Op and Kevlar, 5400.
Yeah, he's got nothing left apart from his big gun. Liquid.
Is that what you were doing on your phone?
No, I was just checking Twitter.
Okay.
That's what casters do.
True. I'm not a caster.
Zeus died.
Zeus died. Zeus is dead, and Liquid did do the fast outside stuff. Slowing it down though. Moo. Oh wow. Mo actually. Oh, timing. Oh. Ooh. Timing.
Such is life.
A little too greedy.
This is going to be a terrible start for Gambit if they can't win this pistol, sorry, this buy round, and that's pretty much not going to happen.
Maybe the teams change names.
Possibly. Well, I mean, Hobbit. Let's see if he'll. Yeah, he's not going to go up the ladder. So we'll see if there's anything for him to salvage. I don't know where Mo's AWP was dropped.
Up the mountain, Hobbit goes. Or does he?
Have you ever been up the mountain?
Which mountain?
Yes.
The mountain.
Yes.
Of course, because baby, there ain't no.
Sunshine when she's gone.
No. Okay.
No.
Saving the up. Time ticking down. Oh,
Save.
he's just gonna get the kill. Liquid, will they? Can we get a poll up real quick? I'm kidding. Liquid's gonna go outside fast again. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. That's a dirty Molotov right there. That's what's changed the game so much from like previous iterations of the game, like 1.6 and Source. You didn't have Molotovs and incendiaries to just completely clear out spots. So if
I
you want to
remember
clear out a spot,
correctly,
you need to double grenade it, and that's a huge investment because, you know, 2 out of 5 grenades you're using to clear out just one spot, as opposed to now you have 5 Molotovs, each can clear a spot.
When Molotovs came out, were you part of the petition against Molotovs?
Yeah, because they did damage and they slowed you down. They were absolutely ridiculous when they first came out.
Oh, I don't even remember the slowdown.
I wasn't part of a petition, though. I don't know. Was there a petition? I just said that they were stupid and they should be removed because they were completely overpowered.
The stupid petition.
There's an article on HLTV from at the time, and I think it had a list of players who were like
Gambit is winning this.
together
James
against.
cast. James.
James, play by
Okay,
play.
it's a 4-versus-3. The bomb's been planted. Nitro has a lot to do. He can't do anything. That's going to leave Elige alone. He's got an angle on the bomb, but he's got many players to come up against. There's one. He's got a nice angle for the 1v1. Not much space. They're running out of bullets now. Down to his pistol, but he can't do it. Is there time for those? He's got no kit, but I think he's got time. I love this plant as well. This is my favorite plant because you have to basically face the wall when you plant and get shot in the butt.
You mean when you defuse?
Yes. And plant.
Okay, I was interested, though, in what you were saying about the thing, about the petition.
Yeah, there was an article on HLTV at the time where it's like all these players are against Molotovs and they think it's bad for the game and blah blah blah, and they want them removed from the game and had a bunch of names underneath it.
You do have Molotovs here.
And that was it? That was the whole story?
Yeah.
Loose.
Which you didn't have in previous iterations of the game, but what you did have was wall banging. So yeah, you couldn't Molotov that vent, but you could spam
You
it.
didn't have wall banging really in Source. I mean, to a certain extent.
Yeah, that's
you
a
did,
shit
but
game though. No one cares.
True. Yeah, for sure. Meet you there.
Wall of smokes outside. Ooh, Mo presented with a shoulder, but it's his that will be almost taken away. Adren will hear the movement into secret. Multiple peoples. How will the CT's position for this though? Hobbit's been taken down.
Liquid's really just like full speed this game. They're not really braking. They're not going slow. They're just kind of going You know what? You guys won last game 16-1. We don't care, though. We're just going to go and take it straight to you. Fast outside basically every round almost.
It's pretty much the entire Liquid team in B, so, I mean, how much will Gambit commit to retaking this?
I think they're going to go slow and see if they can pick up a kill or two here, but since they just died in this Molotov game, they're going to save right now. The decision was made for them, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know why Doja's like walking this way. At this point, exit kills not really a priority. Get out of there, keep your guns. That is the priority. Right now, these are a bunch of like Shazam kills, just like non-impact, not important.
Pause has been called for. Down goes the Dren, but Mo is very far away. He will hope to hold on to his AWP. Yeah, he's had a few rounds, Mo, where timing has not been on his side. Just as you look away, somebody shows a body. Just as you look toward X, then Y appears. Bloody, bloody, blah. So 5-1 for Team Liquid. A good start for them on the second map. And again, I think the first will be easy to forget. Sometimes you get bodied on the map, just move on. Was a pick of their opponents as well.
Shot
So
in the ass.
one of these games, it was Inferno C9 versus SK, when SK was losing. Sorry, SK was still in the lead, but they were losing a lot of rounds in a row to C9. So SK called a timeout, and during that timeout, C9 basically said, okay, SK is doing a timeout, they're probably going to do like a full execution or something to combat us. Let's kick up the pace, and C9 did an aggressive push CT side of Inferno. If Gambit's calling a pause here to kind of talk about what's happening, and Liquid is like on the receiving end of it, what does Liquid decide to do here? They've already been playing really fast. What does Liquid decide to do here in this timeout that Gambit's called?
Well, by your philosophy, they should just keep doing the same until they lose a round. I think what they should do is throw the smokes outside, send one player there, because Gambit has to put more focus towards Yard or Secret, and then just go for an upper execute.
It's like a simple fake into like a quick like
upper execute,
transition.
or just have players throw the smokes, and they have 2 or 3 players who are going to jump through the smoke into mini and do an upper split, something like that.
See, my philosophy would be, you know, keep doing what's working, but I think that changes a little bit when the enemy calls a timeout to talk about like what's happening.
Because you can see now they put a lot more focus towards Yard.
Yeah. And then here comes the ramp play. So that one player, Elige, was just going to go Yard, feign the pressure, like, hey, we're doing the same thing. This opens up the map. They're able to take ramp, get down to lower. This is exactly what Liquid needed to do. So they used Gambit's pause against Gambit because Gambit said, okay, what's happening? They keep going outside. Let's focus on outside. Let's put a lot of our resources out here. Liquid faked it, kept Gambit outside. Liquid went ramp and into lower.
Now Gambit are on the retake with a man advantage. It's pretty awkward for Liquid. And there goes JDM as well, so life gets even more difficult. Not that much money on some of these players for Liquid. They can't really afford to lose this round. Too many angles for Nitro, looking all over the place. And now it's Twist's turn to be in the small room, and they're all picking him at the same time, which will mean that Gambit prevail.
I still think, like what you said, Josh, like it shouldn't really, like, one shouldn't influence the other. Like the fact that Elige died shouldn't really influence what happens on ramp, because
They were going ramp anyways.
the CT ramp player shouldn't really, like, what happens on Yard does not influence him. He's like on the opposite side of the map. If anything, like, this is like where Hobbit...
It does in a way, because ramp, like if Liquid takes ramp, they still haven't taken a bomb site, right? They still need to either go lower, or they need to go back up to upper, or they need to take heaven. Like, Liquid still needs to make the next play, even if they have ramp control. So Gambit might play, like a lot of teams play one person towards ramp just for info, and if there's pressure on him, they'll drop to lower, and then just hold lower, and then
True.
someone else will rotate and watch under heaven.
But that pressure isn't like someone dying on Yard from his team.
Right, I think he just left because he thought it was the same outside thing, and he was going to go help like either under heaven, or he would go pick up secret or something.
Adren needs help. That flashbang is not going to save him though. JDM on the angle. Nicely shot as the flash goes down. But there are big disadvantages here for, well, both teams with how many people are down. Bomb was dropped quickly outside T-Red. Time has passed and the bomb's being collected.
Oh,
how does he get that kill?
Doja.
Doja should be getting that all
Doja's
day.
sleeping on that.
Well on the high ground now, looking outside. I think if you scope Stanislaw, should hear it from that distance.
That was a Suka moment.
Never mind a
Spot
scope
flash.
noise.
Old school. Old school flashbangs.
No,
Yeah.
the old school ones were through the sky flash.
Off the ladder as well was an old one.
Ooh, yeah, that was a good one.
This is a very tilting moment when someone fails like Dosha did just now. It's like you can't allow that to happen. You can't allow for
Yeah.
a player just to like look at the advantage. Like
Oh,
Stanislav
jeez.
needs to readjust his crosshair and everything. Dosha had more than enough time to get that kill. It's
And then
almost
even
like
then-
when your pit player dies from the one player in Abs or Inferno. That's like
Yeah.
the nightmare for everyone else. It just completely loses you that control of that side of the map. You can see how crushing that round loss is for Gambit. It forces them on another eco.
Can we see the scoreboard, please? The scoreboard. Observers. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, Gambit not stringing any rounds together. 2 resets in 4 rounds. That is a pretty bad defensive half on Nuke so far.
It's only going to get worse. So, Gambit talks here again. All right, like, do we buy here or, like, what do we do? Looks like, I bet they do, like, a lobby crunch here or something. I don't think it's going to work. Like, Liquid's been going outside, so you'd think, like, why a lobby crunch? Doesn't really make sense. But if they're getting a Mag 7 and pistols like this and pistol armor, like, it's the only play they can make. No? Huh. Let's just play a USP outside, I guess.
Why not? I mean, I think Secret might be a given. Yeah, I think they thought a secret possession by Liquid would be a given, so they stick the Mag 7 there. But Liquid has other ideas, playing against what's expected, perhaps. There's one kill. It's useful here, some jumping. Playing super tight angles. Ooh, on the low ground, he needs to get out of there. No time to reload. 3 players
Holy shit.
around him on the catwalk.
Yes, bug.
It's a dragon.
The
There's the bomb
dragonfly.
down. You have giant flies flying around us. So Dren's still in possession of the Mag 7. Probably, yeah, oh no, he's probably been hurt actually. He's got a player immediately above him, so he should be in for a nasty surprise once he emerges from this fence. No. 35 seconds left. We have a 2v2. Both CTs on a force buy, heavily tagged. Bomb still not in possession of Liquid. Surely at this point they have to go towards A. They're running out of time. This is the...
Oh, good play.
That's pretty much, that should be GG.
Well, I mean, that's the round. So Gambit really needed that round because, one, they force bought there after, you know, being on this, like, win-loss type of thing. So, really important round for Gambit to win. Liquid, do they have anything else in their strat book? Like, all their plays are fast outside, fake outside, go ram. So, if Liquid's going to make a change here, it's going to be now, most likely.
It's so weird how Mag 7 works. Like that was a 100 damage kill from a Dren onto Stanislav. I feel like sometimes it can just be like 30 damage for some reason. I don't know, but Liquid back into the force buy, AK on Stanislav, which is interesting between Twists, Elige, and Nitro. He's the one with the AK. Very confident in his skill set. Not a lot of utility either, so it seems like they're going to go for an upper, if you can even call it an execute with the amount of utility they have. Let's see if Dosha can be more productive this time around. He botched that one round. Zeus on top of the hut. Gets the first kill on JDM. Where's the rest of the team? What kind of a push is this? You need to be coherent. You need to go in together. We have Adren on the flank already towards Yard. This is not looking good for Liquid, James.
No, it's not. They're all in a very tight choke point. But they're going to get a first kill, make it 2. Okay, the A site has been cleared by the T somehow. And they've got weapons to collect as well, looking much better now. Mo on the high ground, misses the shot though above the hut. 2 plays in tow, Hobbit with the Mag 7. And there's a Dren. He's going to win the duel versus Elige, and everyone gets wiped out. So somehow, despite getting ruined on the A site, the remaining 3 bring it back for Gambit. And that's another round in the bag. Liquid's force has failed.
This one is in the bag.
It's in the bag. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pause coming in from Liquid sometime in the next couple of rounds, actually. Just because, like, they started really well, 6 rounds, but, I mean, of those 6 rounds, like, they had Pistol, then the following 2 anti-ecos, they won a gun round, and then they put the enemies on, like, eco again, basically. So, like, right now, they're only working with, like, 3 gun rounds that they've won, or, like, 2 gun rounds that they've won. Liquid should probably take a breather and just think about, like, you know what do we want to do? What's Gambit actually doing? Like, how are they adjusting to us? And how do we want to take these next steps? Because if you're going to utilize your pauses, it's like...
Ooh!
That was a big nade. That was a big one.
That is the Reuben.
The Reuben?
Yeah, man. It's a big meaty,
Like
yeah,
big meaty
dude.
grenade.
Sauerkraut and everything?
Got all of it.
I hate that.
Every sauce all together.
That as a
Disgusting.
sandwich.
Russian dressing, pickles,
It's all the disgusting things
Swiss
in life.
cheese.
Pickles and... I mean, I like sauerkraut, but not in a sandwich, for Christ's sake.
Sweetened dill. I accidentally bought a jar of sweetened gherkins. It's disgusting. It's one of the normal gherkins, man.
Sweetened?
Why
It's still in
why
our
you have to
fridge.
sweeten the gherkins in this bitch?
Are they better to be salty?
Yo, I heard your song today while I was driving back to the house.
What was that?
This hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal. Indeed, they're not. I mean, that's kind of their job.
What's your
Li-
favorite sandwich meat?
I know, like pate.
Hey.
Yeah, man, like duck pate.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's hard to find pate that doesn't have pork in it. But it
Have
does,
to
it does
admit,
exist.
Philly cheesesteak is pretty baller. Had it here. Although without the caramelized sweet onions. That's
Well, they also do mushrooms, right?
mushrooms is fine.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Better, 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 better. Mushroom,
I don't know. Pastrami's pretty good. Smoked meat, Montreal smoked meat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Good
Yeah,
stuff,
but
good
yeah,
stuff.
pastrami is good.
I had that in New York.
You can't knock
Here,
pastrami.
Yeah.
that's the place where you should have it. It's supposed to be
Yeah, there's a place in New York that's good, and there's also a place in Montreal that's really good. Schwartz's.
good. DreamHack Montreal. Here we come.
I like-
Elige, inside secret. Rest of the team behind him. He's the point man. Doesn't get the kill. Good setup from Gambit here. They should be able to hold this. Nitro is there with low HP. He cannot take that fight anymore. And Liquid are in a predicament. This point, not a lot of luck towards ramp either. Mo is just going to fall back, wait for his team to come and support him. Dosha maybe being a bit too aggressive here. Dies to Stanislaw. Mo dies to JDM. Gambit they're still not winning this round. They need to be careful not to get overzealous. Adren steps in yet again. 3rd kill for him. JDM now in a 1v3. And 12 seconds. Seems like too high of a task for him. Did that player see him? What's
Hey,
happening?
bomb plan? That's a big plan.
The hero play from JDM gets the $4,000 for the team.
Loses the 4750.
This is what I was referencing earlier when we were talking about Nuke. What Gambit just did. They had Adren and
Someone else down lower.
someone else. Yeah, they
Doing
were
a crossfire.
Yeah, they were in a setup. It was Adren and
You think it's his birthday next week?
who's the rest? I don't know. Can't get the reference.
So
Well,
they're
there's a
going to
427 in his
27-4,
name,
like-
so I'm just like, okay.
They're going
I
to
don't
buy
know.
around that.
But this is
block.
what you want to do. You want to have a setup in secret. You don't want to have Adren challenging by himself. You want
Right.
to have 2 players waiting for each other. That splits the focus from the T's and allows you to get a favorable trade like they just did. Obviously, you take some risks. Probably your upper bomb side defense is weakened, but the rotations are so fast and you shouldn't present a problem. Really, Adren with an aggressive push before the smokes pop gets the 1st kill on Elige. This is another buy round for Liquid thanks to that bomb plan from JDM, but they're already a man down and moving slowly towards ramp.
That takes a lot of map control away from the side as well, and the bomb being dropped doesn't help either. Quickly picked up though. Cheeky push from Dozier, and somehow Gambit have lost their lead very quickly indeed. Lots of time on the clock for Liquid, and they have possession of a lot of B. Zeus though is in control room. That's always a
But
strong
is he in
position.
control, James?
We will find out in the coming seconds. Oh, he suggested.
I don't think his name is Jeff Robinson.
Who is Jeff? I don't know
in
who Jeff
control.
Robinson is. Oh right, yeah. Okay.
StarCraft player in control.
That's
You made the
obscure,
StarCraft
man.
reference earlier. Hey.
That's true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Zeus is like Suka. Why is he on silo right now? which is very weird. 45 seconds left.
Yeah.
He's on the silo. It's like,
It's pretty scummy.
come on, man,
It's
give me
pretty
a break.
scummy.
Give me a break.
What does Edie Nahoy mean?
Suck a dick, basically.
Oh, okay.
What? Well then.
Who is dick and na is on, but it has a different connotation in Slavic, in Russian.
So
Nahoy.
Or it basically means go fuck yourself.
Okay, that too.
Well then, going back to that crossfire talk that you were talking about earlier. When you make
Nice.
upper, when you leave like upper kind of like defenseless, you only have one person there, it's kind of vulnerable. The enemies still have to come out of like two 2x4 doorways. So it's like really
Exactly.
easy to lock down, really easy to slow them down. One incendiary grenade or one smoke grenade is able to kind of like filter out and isolate one of the choke points. So it's really difficult to like kind of screw that up. Like you have to be dojo level to screw that up.
Mo, right place, right time. Twist, taking it straight in the chest. Wall of smokes outside, everything moving very quickly. But again, that is lots of sound cues. Oh, so close. Lots of sound cues for the CTs, but how do they react? They know at least 2 people are making their way towards Secret.
They have the setup already.
Indeed, they do.
And I think Adren's already in window room, but it doesn't matter.
They are...
Motor.
Liquid making no bones about their intentions, just rushing into Secret. It's not working out for them so far. 5 players alive for Gambit. And that's going to be Liquid with not much to bring into the last round of the first half.
I think that round was a great example of why teams, when they throw smokes, walk towards Secret. Not only because Mo could have gotten a kill through the smoke with that spam, because he heard the players running,
But there's
also
a heavy
because,
rotation
yeah,
to lower.
it allows basically the CTs to go for that rotate. And that's when it gets really tricky. But yeah, talking about rotates, I feel like that's the best risk-reward play when you lose control of yard to rotate players from upper towards Secret. And we see a ramp rush, James.
Oh,
Yeah, Hobbit take it down
Tech9s.
immediately. Why not? I mean, he had a nice off angle, but just eliminated straight off the bat. Again, Liquid charging into the B-bomb site. This time they've got some grenades. Oh, goodbye, Zeus. That's another Suka.
they're going to go up
in
to
the
Vents
bank.
upper. Is this real life? Never mind.
Adren, the clutch king with 100 ping. Not today. Not today. Liquid take a thin lead into the second half.
So talking about the smokes outside, I think a lot of teams will have like 5 different strats that they can do off of the same smokes. So one of the instances, they do the smokes and then they have one person walk and he just lurks by himself. Another strat, they have one person run and then like a few people walk. So they think it's just the one dude. Another strat, they have one person run and everyone else is like towards inner. Another strat is everyone goes outside and everyone runs. So like off the same smokes, they're able to go into a few different directions with it.
Yeah, that's always what you want to have. You don't want to be predictable or to have a tell. Basically, when those smokes fall, that your opponents can know, okay, this is when they're actually going to go Secret or they're going to go for an upper execute. And that really allows them to rotate properly. You always want to keep your opponents guessing.
Which team is happier with the current score, considering the sides they were playing?
Definitely Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid's feeling pretty good going into this. I think Gambit might be happier though, because Liquid had like it was the 6-2 that they were up, and Gambit crawling back. I mean, this goes into what we were talking about last game, where you know if they're up 15-1 or something, and it goes 15-13 and then 16-13, who's going to be more upset? And it's the team that comes back is going to be less upset because they didn't screw up massive lead.
I think if like Liquid wins the pistol and wins the anti-force spy, I think this is going to be pretty done, because I don't believe Gambit has a deep enough of a playbook on T side of Nuke to win like,
Okay.
you know, 5 gun rounds.
What if Gambit wins the pistol and then the anti go?
I think then I think that then it will be like a 16-13 game.
Okay.
I'm
So
not-
you think it's gonna be really close?
Yeah.
But still in favor of Liquid?
Yes. Yes.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
think they got enough in the first half to close this one out.
Kid Smoke on Stanislav.
Automatic also said that Liquid has a very strong nuke, so
Tim also said 100% they're gonna come back on train, and they got 16-1.
that was a troll.
Yeah.
Mo is the raid boss. He's been given Tech9. He's put himself some Kevlar. Let's see what he can do with it. Adren with the Deagle as well on the outside. Fishing. See if he hooks anything. I used to fish with sweet corn. I never caught anything ever.
Yeah, maybe you should have used worms.
I liked putting my hand in the bucket of maggots, but I didn't like hooking maggots onto a hook, so I used sweet corn.
You do
Oh,
know
is it
that they're
maggots,
still
not
alive when
worms?
you cook them.
We call them maggots, yeah. What?
Oh.
They're still alive when you cook them.
I know, but it was too fiddly. I've got massive hands, dude.
So if anyone was wondering, Hoppet was shooting his Glock to mask the noise of him falling down. He wasn't just spazzing out.
Adren is dead.
That's a Deagle Glock.
He is dead.
Deagle collected. Now Dozier's got Deagle Kevlar, but Elige is in a very annoying spot. That said, these red boxes, you can wallbang them. I'm not sure about the penetration through the middle, but I know the corners are good for some Deagle action. Here we go, Mo trying to charge in. He needs that moving accuracy, man, but he's just gonna be aiding a little bit, and Gambit are yet to get a kill. Worst case scenario, will be ticked off.
These guys are a CIS team. They might AK buy next turn and go outside. But we'll see. I mean, 1 versus 5, winnable. Psych.
Nitro gets free helmets upgrades, $350 instead of 1,000. Always nice. Stanislaw probably gets the same.
Stanislaw doesn't have armor.
Yeah, that would be.
Kit smoke, dude.
Yeah, it's late. It's late. I've been here since 8:30. So
Yeah.
You went back to the hotel though, James.
yeah. Then I
You
went,
went
then
to
I went
the
to the steam
steam
room,
room.
so I'm even more wrecked.
What?
What do you mean?
You're
Isn't that
relaxed.
supposed to be relaxing?
Yeah, but like I could sleep afterwards. It takes. I stay in steam rooms for extremely long amounts of time. So I just get bodied and have like no nutrients left in my body.
No AK buy.
I need lots of water and help.
Not enough kills. They needed kills for the AKs.
Yeah, Zeus was tab real quick. 20. Yeah, he didn't even have. He had 25.
None of them had enough because they got 0 kills.
Yeah. He got the bomb plant, but you need 2 kills or a kill and a bomb plant.
Yeah.
Because the bomb plant gives you 3 points.
Zeus opening doors for his team. Ooh, good those, yeah.
Farming from JDM.
Taken out of the sky. That's a brief round. Liquid. All good in the hood.
Gambit was trying to distract heavily outside so that they could drop down the vents and get a bomb plant on lower, I believe, unless that vent squeaky play happened before the outside play.
It did, yeah. Zeus went in on his own.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe to pull someone in on the inside. I don't know where the bomb was. But
He hit the
Zeus
bomb
made a
in the
solo
vents,
play.
didn't he?
Zeus made a solo play into Squeaky. Got a foot in and then got taken out. But here we go. We've got Gambit, AK buy, and almost no grenades. They've got 1 smoke grenade. Better be the best smoke of all time. Flashes, fast play outside. Could get C's out of position. 3 all around main. 2 of them taken down. This is, recovering for Liquid at the very least.
3-on-3, low health though from the Gambit members, so this is going to be a quite difficult round, especially with this massive CT side advantage on Nuke. I mean, you have to go through a choke point or a vent or something stupid like a doorway. So Gambit not in the greatest of positions, but 1:20 left on the clock, so they're going to slow it down and see what they can work with. Zeus going to get up on the catwalk, probably move around towards Heaven, if I were to guess.
This is where Zeus basically needs to use his teammates as bait. Like, they need to force a player out in the open, and he needs to be the one making the trades, preferably without losing any more health.
I mean, if they had an op, they would just give an op to one of these players. So
Bomb spotted for Liquid.
The good old Bogdan law.
Down to a 2 versus 2. 45 seconds. Very hard for Gambit to...
This is like an infinitely better situation for Gambit. Getting that into a 2 versus 2 from a 3 versus 3, it helps them tremendously. Because the CTs, they're spread thin now. What are they going to do? Have one upper, one lower? Are they going to play closer together and then retake together? Like, there's too many things for them to cover. Whereas if they had 3 people, like, there's more eyes to watch things, and then there's less gaps.
Pro teams never split up. Like, pro players never split up in a 2v2, almost never. Basically, they always stick together and then go together for a retake if they've been on the wrong side. That's huge because obviously Dosha is the low HP player in a 1v2 situation. Has a lot of work cut out for himself.
I honestly think he might win this. He's in a really good position. Nitro is just going to be the bait. Okay, there we go.
Squeaky bomb time, but...
Send out the low HP
like
player first. It's a little thing that counts, you know? Zeus should really have gotten that kill on Nitro. He did 81 and 3 with his gun. Nitro would just like swing off the ladder. But I think Nitro jumping off the ladder at the last moment really just like shifted his entire player model and hitboxes and everything, and it made it difficult for Zeus to actually continue that spraying at the kill.
If it was an extra leg shot, chest shot instead of a leg shot, Zeus probably gets that kill.
81 and 3.
It's like 3 leg shots with the AK, right?
Yeah, if he gets all 3 instead of 3 in the chest.
No, I meant if he gets one in the chest instead of in the stomach instead of the leg, maybe that's like 102 in 3.
No, the damage isn't that much different, I don't think.
No. 2 then, out of the 3.
We have a pause in a no idle zone. I didn't notice that said no idle zone on the floor. There we go. No idle zone. There will be no idling. No dilly-dallying. When you queue at Wimbledon for tennis, there's a man who walks around and says, "No dilly-dallying, please." Even though it's like, I'm in a queue, man. What do you want from me?
What do
Anyway.
you mean queue? Are you queue for a seat?
Queue to buy a ticket, yeah.
How BS is it that, like in tennis, when they serve, you can't even yell or anything? What would happen if you couldn't, like, cheer when someone does a free throw?
There was
Basketball.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, what it was you that showed it to me, that video of the sounds while serving recently.
Ah,
Alright, Gambit with a sawn-off play from Zeus. He is on fire. He's made it through the vent. And he can try and play just close quarters and lurk around and be a problem for the Liquid side. Very dangerous for them to try and make their way into the ladder, into the vents. And there's a wall of smoke outside, so, ooh, Lige. This is, he should get at least 2 kills from this position, I think. Can even let the first person go past, perhaps, to see what he chooses to do once they start to come in. Oh, the flash is
that's
there.
a decent flash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's blown his load. And now his position may be revealed. But he's still on the site, and there are 4 other CTs to worry about for the Gambit team. How much damage can they do? Good job so far to get the bomb down without losing a single player. Dozier close, and there's a Tech 9 coming into play. Sword up! Oh, it could have been so much, but it was nothing. Adren can flank. That's going to be humongous. There's grenades on the CT side. There we go. 3 kills for Adren. Now it's Hobbit. He's in control. Oh, there we go. Elite getting peppered, and there goes Swiss as well. Tech 9s for days. Glorious round from Gambit.
Humongous what? You said it was going to be humongous.
What was?
Never mind.
It was a flow of consciousness. I don't remember.
Stream of consciousness?
Stream flow. Whatever you
Even
like.
flow?
Flow of consciousness.
Ebb and flow? That was a good plan. I like that. The smoke and then the pop flash to get that bomb planted. But of course, the Tech 9 at the end, so, I mean, if he had an AK, if Hobbit had an AK, he probably wouldn't have won that round.
It's actually ebb and flood, is it not? Flood tide and ebb tide.
I don't know.
Tide comes in as a flood tide. Tide goes out as an ebb tide.
Tides go in, tides go out. Can't explain it. You get fired from Fox News, though, so.
JDM has an AWP. And there are 2 UMPs and dangerous pistols, one of which has just been disintegrated, or at least the person carrying it has. Stanislaw in trouble on the ramp. Did what he could, but Gambit are on the comeback trail. Not much going on for Liquid at the moment. Nitro's got himself an AK. Mo's got to be careful. Oh, he's exposed more of his body. But there is the trade. Bomb planted as well. JDM has a decision to make, which probably saves his AWP.
that would be wise.
What was half? It was 7 rounds for Gambit at half? So they just... Yeah. Okay, so they just got 1. They're picking up a 2nd. Money for Liquid's not good at all. Gambit might be able to string a few rounds together here, and it's going to be looking really bad for Liquid. If Liquid wants to take it to the 3rd map.
I'm not sure if they know. They probably don't know JDM has an op because he didn't fire a single shot off. So coming into the next round, if they decide to go for yard, just like peak dry with no smokes because they assume Liquid is going to be on an eco, which they will be, except for that saved AWP, they might get punished for it.
You know what some teams
JDM.
do against ecos? Upper rush.
Yeah.
You think Gambit's going to just be like, you know what, let's just go upper? Especially with
Might
that
happen.
Mac 10.
I could have spawned. He could go to a main.
I
and
think
look at
in a situation like this where you know that they've been reset, that's actually a pretty good call. I wouldn't do it if you know that they're ecoing, but it's like their fourth round in a row loss, because then they can have like a 5-7 or something, an 8 or a smoke or anything, and that can ruin your like upper rush. If you run into a 5-7, we saw what can happen.
Game has been unpaused, so JDM has a very forward spawn, the best spawn on a CT spawn.
I want to see the terrace spawn. I want to see if they have anything that they could go upper. It doesn't look like they have the greatest upper spawn. Hobbit's got the Mac 10. He doesn't have like the forward spawn for Squeaky. So I don't know. Like I'd like to see them do an upper rush, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I think they will, because they're letting Hobbit take point.
Yeah. Okay. It is. Yep. Here we go.
So where is JDM? That's the question. He's not in main. But Nitro's doing the job. He's on the hut. Okay, that's quite curious.
What?
Where would you have gone? I would have gone main.
I would have gone outside or ramp or heaven. Like, what?
But isn't he like forward thinking that they're just going to react by rushing upper, and he wants to be there with the op?
It could be that he was flashed and fell off by accident.
Also, like, if he's going to go upper, why doesn't he just take heaven?
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. Like, if you're gonna go upper and expect a rush, you go heaven. You maybe even go like mini garage, right?
He's so close. He can't even.
Like you can go mini garage. You can stop Squeaky. You can like peek into hut, like through the hut window into lobby, and you're there for outside as well. If the enemies go ramp, you just drop down the vents to lower. Like that would be a million times better than dropping on top of the hut.
Maybe he wanted to push hut, but then he heard the Squeaky open, and then he was like on top of hut trying to make something happen. But yeah, maybe awkward, that's for sure. And now 5 and 4s, and they all play with the silenced one. Interesting.
And then Zeus actually opted to just get a P250 here and not even have another weapon. I don't know. Like, is he out of money? He's got the cash, so yeah, he's just gonna pick up a gun, I guess. Like, wait.
It must be an accident. Really seen that before.
I've seen it before as well, where it's like, you know what, let's just win this round, and then
he probably dropped and then forgot to buy for himself.
That's also a good possibility.
You can see that Adren has Zeus's AK, and Adren is dead, so Zeus can now pick up his own AK.
Yep.
But he's not going to do so. They're going to go ramp. Stanislav has some action, doesn't get the first kill. Great jumping
play, yeah, jumping across the screen.
Zeus, but still, Stanislav gets both Hobbit and Zeus heavily tagged.
Smoke for control to allow the bomb to go down. Very nice. Lee's going to have problems, but he might find a gap in the smoke, which could help him out. Hobbit on the low ground there, but he is in a room, so he cannot be seen right now.
Two very low health players from Gambit here, and they're out of grenades. Incendiary and 2 smokes for Team Liquid. So
let me see. They open the door, and maybe Elige's time to peek. Yeah, Elige is going to try and use this distraction to catch players out of position, but nobody is showing. Mo getting taken down. Twist making his way through as well as a hole in the door. Not going to work out for the CTs, however. Bombs ticking as well, and they don't have a kit on these last 2 players.
And an Incendiary. Hello?
Oh, what's going on? It's a sheer confusion, and there's no time. It's 10 seconds. Ah, that's a disaster for the Liquid side.
How do they... It's a 4-on-4, and they let it go down into like a 2-on-2 before they start using incendiaries and smokes. Like, how does that make sense?
I feel like just the comms were probably too hectic at that point. You know, they weren't really that well coordinated going for the retake. There was just too much chaos, and Gambit managed themselves better in all of that chaos. At the very end, you can see the smoke coming down, and they're still torn between where to look exactly and
where to look, who gets on the bomb. Should I get it on it with the up?
No kit as either.
No kit.
Yeah, that was never happening, I don't think, at that point.
Did any of the 4 have a kit? Do we know?
I don't know.
Oh, feels bad.
Do not recall.
Still, that they have to start doing everything earlier, right?
Liquid is still dangerous in this round with these
Yesterday's history, tomorrow is a mystery, Josh.
Okay, nice.
Is that what you tell the chicks? That's a good line, don't you think? If you're trying to be mysterious, just say that and just walk away.
Say tomorrow's a mystery.
Could do that as well. Depends on where the day finishes.
Time's all relative, isn't it?
We could close the stream with that. I think, Yanko, you should close the stream with that line.
I will.
Nice.
Right. runs out of bullets. Right then, Gambit now have the lead over Liquid. Pressure starting to rise as it's Gambit who are 1 up in this best of 3 series.
Is Gambit's playbook looking pretty deep now?
Not necessarily. They just managed to string 2 rounds together and win a couple of anti-ecos. That's the thing.
Isn't that all
Depending
this
on the
game's
economy,
about, though?
true, but you know this is where the challenge comes in. They are only at 12 rounds, not at 16. So
Still a ways to
Upper
go.
fake into the upper. Maybe gives them space so that they can get the squeaky, but JDM's not falling for that. He's still waiting outside. Will he get one, or is he going to get one? Ooh, good shot onto
Nice
a
shot.
And he is out of there. And that will take some ascension away from Elish, perhaps. Who was considering a smoke grenade, but that would have revealed his position. So he can still be a nasty surprise if his timing is on point. Again, for those of you at home, just note that Elish is not constantly holding an angle, but popping up every so often. I'm not sure if he was even being checked for when that Molotov came in. And Hobbit's angle is a bit shallow, so I'm not sure if he
I
would
think
have
Gambit's
seen
just
Elish.
being safe.
1 minute on the clock for Gambit to try and get an advantage back all outside. Smo's looking to head towards Hell, perhaps. But again, he's got 3 angles to look at. There goes Hobbit, so slowly but surely Liquid looking to tie up the score. I don't know what the money's like on Gambit at the moment, how big a problem this is. Okay, they can keep up the pressure, but
100%.
they need to get some picks at the very least. Nice shoulder peek there from Mo. With an AWP in tow as well, that's not a fast shoulder peek.
No, you're slow. Jiggle peek.
Death by paper cuts, it seems, for Gambit in this round.
that's really the play. I'm gonna hide in your spawn.
Oh!
Why, though?
That's a
What's
really
that?
good
Oh
angle.
my
They're
God.
always going to look in there first, but if they go down the ladder,
Have you
that's
seen the Apex
that's a
move?
right-click kill.
No, I
in
haven't.
practice? In pistol round, what he did, because a lot of T's...
What did he do? Squeaky drops. So he just sit down the vent and just
He
knife
was,
you.
yeah, he knifed 2 or 3 people.
Because it's hard to look down.
Yeah.
Christ. Good shot by
Bang!
JDM. Good shot.
Nice. Well then, Gambit back on the buy, but the money is not doing well. Zeus is on 7,800 again. For
Did
those of
he
you who
buy a
can.
gun this time around? Yes, he did.
He did
Nice.
indeed. Got the usual nades from Gambit. And that broken door is going to be a problem for the CTs for a long time. Something extra for them to worry about, and that may affect their positioning. Nice nade onto Zeus though, and Mo's being picked off by JDM, starting to deliver for his team when it counts in the second game.
This
Big
is something
control.
that Josh mentioned. They throw the same nade and smoke every time, but sometimes Zeus just plays from squeaky. This time around, he wanted to try and get a kill on upper, and then he just went down vent. And Liquid doesn't really know what to expect. They have Elish playing a sort of an off angle, watching out for it, but I mean, if Zeus just goes...
They're doing the submarine. They're going to go back upper, I think. Or, like, he's not going to break the vent. Like, he can't if he wants to back separate.
problem is, I mean, Zeus
There he
knows
goes.
someone needs to be looking out for this from somewhere, but there are so many positions. And
Yeah.
he needs to get that kill.
That's the ramp player, too.
Yeah, he needed to get that kill. Now the round is over.
And JDM's already rotated.
Rip
I
in
think
pepperoni.
they would have had more success if they had just re-executed upper.
And it's a sharp headshot. 2 headshots coming in, but now Hobbit is alone with 40 seconds. He's carrying the bomb. And I was going to say, if Liquid had another round where everybody survived, that would have been a really bad situation for Gambit. Still not a good one. 29 seconds, and Hobbit's going to run out of time to get a plant at this point, because he's almost guaranteed to get shot. Not looking at control. Elysian enjoys his position there, and now it's Liquid back in the lead, and Gambit's money has been wrecked, apart from Zeus.
Okay, of all the options there, like, Zeus could have gone back to the vents, and, okay, he could have made noise downstairs, pulled a rotation, his team could have gone upper. That's, like, one of the options. Another option is his team's getting ready to go upper, and he, like, walks back to the secret, and then backstabs anyone who's rotating from outside into mini garage. That's, like, a second option. Third option is he just comes up the vent, and they go upper together. Would any of those been better options than what they ended up doing?
I think he just needed to get that kill because who was it? Stanislav. Yeah, he wasn't really expecting him to be there, so Zeus had the drop. If he gets that kill, the situation in the round shifts completely. So everything else is, you know, what if, and it's too much to think about, basically. Damn.
Big round for both sides. Ooh, got headshots coming in, but JDM and Stanislaw, they were putting in work. They're both down now. Minute 10, and it's a 3-on-3.
Trades favoring the terrorists. Gambit, great position here. Dren already with backhaul control. It's going to be very difficult for Elige to kind of do anything here. He needs to get this kill. It's going to be around for Gambit, most likely.
That was the kill, yeah.
Oh, that was money for Liquid.
Yeah, it's so difficult to, like, I mean, not so difficult, but having the game sense how to go for the timing. If you're a Dren there, it's so crucial, because if he just dies to Elige, then his two teammates are in a horrible position because they're coming from the same direction. The CTs can just set up a crossfire, but that's one kill pretty much more than the round.
Oh, Gambit.
Hobbit was a trade fragger. Hobbit was the trade fragger. Dozier was holding the angle for him, but he was scared of the vent as well. Either way, he will deliver.
They're just saving it.
Yeah.
The first mistake was a Dren. He thought that his angle over the door was like way sicker than it actually was, but Nitro actually had a really good peek. Getting that one shot off onto a Dren, turning into from a 1 versus 3 into a 1 versus 2, and then obviously Hobbit just like overextended there as well. I think in that situation, if you're like anyone who wants to be able to be consistent with closing out those clutch rounds and not giving away rounds to players that just don't deserve them, don't peek at all. And then if you do peek, double peek together, do a crossfire. If Nitro wants to go in and kill one of you, you get the trade frag. Just make sure that you have those situations set up. And right there, what happened? Adren peeked by himself, died. Hobbit peeked by himself, died. Left Doja in a 1 versus 1. And that's an incredibly winnable situation for Liquid at that point.
The money's really tricky for Liquid now. They had 2 players on 5 to 6.5k, and they've bought it around that. AWP for JDM, M4 for Elige, UMP, and 2 CZs.
This is probably the make or break round for the game, because both teams are low on cash. Whoever loses this round will either eco and concede overtime or force buy, which is not going to be a pretty buy, and then if they lose that, they're probably going to end up losing the game. So, a lot at stake. JDM with the AWP, the best equipped player on Liquid, goes for a passive spot, maybe banking on the fact that Gambit doesn't necessarily expect him to have enough money for an AWP, but doesn't find anything just yet.
What's that? Oh, underhand.
Is that main? Yeah. But the CTs haven't bought it. Pushing through the smoke, going to get taken down. It's an advantageous situation at the moment for Gambit. The CZ pushing lobby, and that's going to be a problem. JDM, that's their surprise now with the AWP. Down to the 2-on-2, minute 10 on the clock. Stanislaw, position unknown. They're rotating in for the bomb plant. That Molotov's going to force them out, and that might be enough to kill Mo as well. The bomb's just about down. There he goes. And there he is, Dozier and JDM. Oh, he's facing as well. Some tagging. That leaves JDM with 20 HP. Oh, what's he doing? Dozier, why are you doing this? Oh my god, I'm so afraid. I am so afraid. JDM's repositioned as well.
The clutch god!
Of steel. Balls of steel. X-Squad steel balls. Oh man.
Steel balls.
That is some tense stuff. If you're a Gambit fan, you're sweating bullets watching that.
Meanwhile, Doja's doing the clutch and he just looks like he's passing out on his chair.
Great call though from Gambit in that particular round to again throw the yard smokes and then just focus on the upper bomb site. Liquid's buy was pretty weak, so they didn't have the utility to fight that execute, and the trade kills were there. At the end, Dosha manages to clutch the round, and now Liquid, interestingly enough, they go for a full eco, willing to concede round number 15 to Gambit and match point. Yeah, exactly. And their next buy isn't going to be pretty. They're going to have probably around 4,300 across the board, depending on if they get any kills in this round.
Adren doing some fact finding, and he has provided his alternative facts. Elige has been taken down. 4 players with mid-pistols to find. 3 P250s can be dangerous. Gambit with all the time in the world to continue to pick these players off. Like a
boogers.
boil on one's arse.
Ass.
Oh, Zeus, that's a bad miss.
One
Nitro
health.
could get killed by a flashbang.
I mean, he can get killed by a lot of things. Oh, this is scummy.
Oh, that is quite the disgusting position. Nitro wants to be alone. Interestingly, the door leading from outside the building into lobby from the T side, you can slide off the door and land with 0 damage. However, if you just ran off the side, then Nitro would die.
Wow.
These are things I spend time finding out.
What? Oh, never mind.
No save for you. So Liquid can have an M4 buy. Here we go again. Dozier just that's just perverse, isn't it? I mean, honestly, he is loving life. Even if JDM shot, I'm not entirely sure if Dozier would be in a position to. I probably would be actually. But that is quite the shot bait. All things considered, must-win round. No fear on Dozier. So we have the wall of smokes coming out from Gambit. This is match point. Liquid 0-1 at the moment. We've got 4 dudes on road. Alicia's rotating. Again, he's been playing in control a lot this map.
He's by himself here, though. Unlike Gambit. Gambit had the crossfire. They had Adren +1 down lower, but Alicia's by himself, just the smoke.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, but look at the map control from the push from the CTs. Gambit feeling compelled now, and this is going to fall apart for them because the CTs are rotating all over the place. They're forced to push through the smoke because they lost the map control. That went perfectly for Liquid, charging through Hut.
I think Gambit in that situation needs to just wait that smoke out instead of trying to force something. Their first mistake was throwing grenades through it. Elise spammed and killed one player. Twist rotates lower. Elise just calling they're lower. And then what do? Instead of waiting out the smoke still?
Panic.
They continue to push through the smoke.
I think the problem was like Zeus died. They pushed lobby, like the rest of his team pushed lobby. They pushed Squeaky, pushed Hut, pushed Ramp. Zeus died, they lost all control, and that's why they felt forced to run through that smoke. But it's a great play from Elish to preemptively throw that smoke, knowing that his teammates are pushing upper, and that way, if the opponent just try to react by naturally going where the defense should be weaker, they still need to push through a smoke, which is very, very dangerous. Liquid going for a push, second round in a row. They get 2 kills, 5v3. This is looking like it's going to overtime.
Oh, what a way. Maybe a master strike from Team Liquid. The bomb on the floor, not sure if they've seen it, but we've got the grenades flying in, so they must have. And Gambit are just in smokes. They don't know what's going on. Mo is in a very precarious spot. Once that smoke goes, he's essentially in a position where he could get trade frags. If Stanislav chooses to push, there goes Use. And indeed, Liquid are not out to just yet. I mean, credit to them for that play. Gambit did exactly what they wanted Liquid to do. Sorry, Gambit did exactly what Liquid wanted them to do. There we go.
You alright, bud?
Dren has a lot to do with 28 HP. And he has all the worst angles possible to do it with. We've got flanks coming in from the outside. Does his best, but it is to be overtime. Gambit with a great opportunity, but again, credit to Liquid for that round.
Imagine you just started like third person peeking everyone there. Sorry, PUBG reference.
This is a Counter-Strike stream, I'll have you know.
Oh, really?
I have not played your PUBG.
Well, maybe you should.
Oh, I play Counter-Strike only.
Only?
You just played Energy.
Some VR games.
What's your favorite VR game?
One, Space Pirate Trainer or Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. That's a really fun game to play.
That's an amazing game.
Yeah, that's a really good game.
I've never heard of that game.
It's awesome.
Nice.
One person has the headset on and they have to defuse a bomb, but the bomb has puzzles on it, and you have to browse a website on a computer, and they communicate the details of the puzzle, and then you have to go through the manual and find the right page and communicate. It's really funny. It's a really good game.
Oh, we're back on camera. I'm sitting like a weirdo.
So everything's fine.
What's up? Is that what they did this on purpose, didn't they?
Everything is fine.
This is actually really comfy. So those of you who are probably asking, like, how are you comfortable? It's actually really comfortable.
I don't think
No, I'm
anyone
not switching
cares
the
about
balls.
how you're sitting. We have grills in the background. Not anymore.
No, there's still one there.
I'm
Just
definitely
wait,
not
wait
checking
awkwardly
her
quiet
boys.
until she leaves.
Yeah. Oh, there's two.
Oh,
Yeah.
they've doubled. Marvelous.
They're multiplying.
Yeah. Restocking the supplies for tomorrow's
True.
games. We've got more Counter-Strike to come. 2 more days of CS here at
Oh
the
my
summit.
days.
Oh, your days indeed. Yanko from the filthy streets of London, it seems. JDM with the only AWP
The
in
wet
the first
streets
round
of
of
London.
overtime.
Show
Got a
me
good
some
spawn as
aggression,
well.
JDM. Come on, go secret or do something. Don't stand in the same exact spot. Let's go. Show some teeth. Yes! Get him!
Take a bite.
You hear him? Yeah, he's yours. He's yours. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, robbery.
Oh, he got a body with him as well.
TK.
Nice.
Robbery. Well, what's the reaction from Gambit? Will they be baited into another mistake by this aggression
Rush up and through
outside?
smoke.
Oh, that's big.
That's a good entry.
Well, there's the trade from Twist, and it's Hobbit alone all of a sudden, and he's going to get taken down about no.
He's just too good.
Yeah.
Just too good. Kill 2 players from Squeaky. 2 players coming out of Squeaky from Mini. And again, you see the problem with you dying to an aggressive play. Like Gambit lost yards control, and that way you are kind of forced to react, and they decided to go straight towards the upper bomb site. Even though they got that 1 kill, Elige was quick to rotate back to Mini and clean up. Actually, I wonder, because that happened so early, it was like 1 minute, 20, 30 seconds when their player on yard died. They could have also waited and take yard control delayed. But I guess they spent a couple of their smokes, so they didn't have the utility for it.
So the grenades will pull JDM into main, however, it is Gambit sending 2 players over towards Squeaky, and still some more on the outside, so they may be looking for a flanker. Elige out in the open, but he's going to deliver some headshots to Mo.
Elige has really crisp aim.
He's got a pretty high sense as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's ridiculously high.
No RSI for him, perhaps. 3 on 3 now. And again, Gambit with lots of time on the clock.
Actually, higher sensitivity players are more prone to RSI because
Yeah.
they only use their wrist.
Yep.
Lower sensitivity players use their whole arm. Get wrecked, James.
Ah.
Moving swiftly on.
Well, I guess it depends on where you put your arm, though. If you rest
No,
your arm on a
if-
table, then you're better off than if you have your wrist on the end of the
If
table.
you're using just your wrist, it doesn't matter where your arm is. 'Cause it's too much stress.
I'll ponder this
Ponder it.
at another time.
Nice.
Because now it is time for Gambit to capitalize on their advantages. They know, well, Leech is dead, otherwise he'd probably be in control room right now. But it's Dozier in control of control. 20 seconds remain. Will they drop the smoke? They will. Pop flash as well. Stanislaw around an event. But where's JDM? Not far behind him. Right, what is your play, JDM? Go down into the vent. It's really awkward position. I was wondering if he'd go for the no-scope. Ooh, now it's JDM alone. Does he try and make a run for it? I think he has to.
I think they got money though. That was like had 4 players alive in that previous round. Yeah, they have enough for ops
Okay.
and everything.
Yeah, but it's still more ideal if you save that op. Just because you're able to drop a gun, everyone's able to get incendiary smokes, full nades, everything. Whereas I think right now, JDM can't afford grenades, and Elige is also light on grenades. So it's...
It could be worse.
It could be worse, but
it would be more optimal, but it's not terrible. They
Is-
all have like
Yeah.
M4s and
is Gambit happy here with 1 round in overtime?
I don't think you could be happy with 1 round on your opponent's 2.
But it's Seaside of Nuke.
Yeah, but still, you don't want to go in the second half at a deficit.
Yeah, I mean,
think
they're
only
not
3
going to be
rounds
like,
in it.
oh, well, we have 1 round, so fuck it. Like, we, they're obviously going to try to win, but like,
Counter boost coming in, and it's going to fail. And now, obviously, Gambit will
you
know
think
that
Gambit's
one
going to
person.
be happy with 2 rounds here?
Well, they've got a man advantage, but I think it's a bit early to say.
What's happening?
And there it goes. Twist showing why he might be a good pickup for Liquid.
Because he got 2 kills?
Yeah. I said might. You know, I'm leaving it out there. I'm leaving it open to interpretation.
Alright. Ooh,
Hobbits.
the ambient noise from the fans?
Climbing the
Nice.
mountain.
It's not easy to make that jump without
He's
making a noise.
almost in,
Yeah, it is.
in the volcano.
Okay, fine, it is then, Josh.
Thank you.
2 players, 40 seconds,
Oh.
and there they go. So,
Well, Twist got a 3K there, so
4K.
definitely
so
showing
they
his
got
worth.
one. They got
4K,
one
you're
round.
Wrong, 4K.
They got 1.
They got 1 round of 3, but they could have got 2. So do you think they're happy now?
Well, they
Could
could have
have
gotten
gotten
3.
They could also have got 3, yeah. But they could have also got 2.
They could have gone 0.
They could have gotten 0.
They could have won in regulation.
So they, yeah, that as well.
Any given Sunday, you either win or you lose.
It's a Friday though.
Any given
What about Fridays? What happens on
you
Fridays?
win or you lose.
It's a game of 2 halves, Yango.
Whoever gets to 19 first wins.
Yeah.
Astute
probably.
observation.
Unless they go to 18-18, and then whoever gets to 19 first has a 1 round advantage.
Yes.
You know,
then,
there's more than one, so
then they need 22 rounds.
it's all a simulation, Yanko.
Of course it is.
Which pill did you take?
I don't take pills; I just walk it
The
off.
Mitsubishi one.
It was a Matrix reference.
I
Have you
know,
not seen
I
it?
know it was I know it was a Matrix reference. I just refuse to acknowledge a reference.
He's the
Why?
bloody, he's
And I-
bloody
I turned
Morpheus,
it-
isn't
I
he?
turned it into a reference, you know, like paracetamol or whatever you guys have, like a painkiller. You know, just walk it off instead.
Oh,
Adderall.
like Tylenol and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Or
Is it Tylenol for
Advil or-
sleeping?
No.
No.
I don't know about your pharmacies here, man. Leave me alone. AWP onto both sides. Liquid with a thin lead at present. It seems that the T's are lining up for a wall of smokes outside. And again, Liquid have been going for the fast plays. Where is the bomb headed? It seems to be going outside. Now it's going inside. Twist charging up the catwalk. Not going to work out for him. There goes Nitro as well. And it all slows down. Hobbit doesn't want to get caught with a grenade in his hand. Forced to move back as Liquid charge into the ramp area. Most scope will surely be heard. Is there a flash to pop? Oh, yes there is. It's
It was a
forced
great
away.
play.
Why is he there?
Mo really screwed that up. 2-man advantage? No reason to do that at all. Good flash and double peek though from Team Liquid. Great communication and everything to make that happen.
It is deathly quiet. I'm kind of enjoying the silence.
Not much ambiance. There's a lot of ambient noise normally on some of these maps.
Hobbit, he knows the second. He knows one of the 2 players is here, and that is the bomb as well. So that's some info for his team. But where is the unknown? Where is Senor JDM? Adren with the off angle, just about getting the spray. Now JDM is alone versus 4, buying an AWP in the first round of overtime. Definitely want to hold on to that. Money can disappear quickly.
Yeah, just gonna save that up. Big, heavy investment. His entire inventory is worth what, like somewhere around 6K.
71.50.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
You see, there is a heads-up display. Well, it's there. It's on the screen, man.
That's true.
I know it's been a long time since you played the game, so
Yeah.
fair enough.
I don't get to see this casting thing all too often.
Okay, so it's all tied up.
You think Gambit's happy that Liquid threw that round?
How could you not be? You know, a round handed to you can't be the worst thing in the world if you are the recipient.
Just feeding Adren 2 kills at the start.
Yeah, that was a very fast play on Catwalk, but are they going back to the fast play towards Secret with the smokes? Adren is here, and there is the bomb. First one down. Stanislaw and Twist picked off very early indeed. Severe disadvantages for Liquid. And we're only a few ticks into this round.
I think Adren's at 32 or 34 kills or something right now. He's just been dicking them. Like, yeah, 35. So he's just got like 1 FPR right now. That's pretty good. Adren's been doing really well this game.
slipping away from Liquid, no pun intended. And now we reach match point to Gambit after having one round in the first half.
This is the problem with fast rounds. When it goes wrong, it looks like terrible. You know, you just 2 rounds in a row, Liquid loses 2 players within the first 15 seconds of the round. They're obviously making a blind call straight off the bat. They're trying to predict the setup from the CTs, and they've been wrong 2 times in a row. That's really cost them a lot because this buy will not be optimal. JDM forced to play with a UMP. The rest are going to have AKs, I think. Not full utility.
Incoming upper re-execute round from Team Liquid. Fake upper and re-hit upper later. I'm kidding. I have no idea what they're going to do.
The problem is, like, it's very difficult to do anything without getting yard control, or at least like forcing the CTs to send someone down secret. And even when you manage to do that, it's still not like, yeah, if you do that, then we definitely can do an upper execute and get into the site. That's no guarantee. It's just that it's near impossible to do it without getting yard control.
Alright, match point Gambit. Let's see if they can mess this one up or if they will take it over the line.
Well, Liquid doing the bread and butter.
Will they be in a chariot going towards Secret once these smoke grenades go down? Had mixed results, the fast play. Liege is biding his time on the high grounds. Careful approach. Ooh, it's the alternative one.
The walking one.
Yeah, but that doesn't leave him exposed to AWPers, I believe, if they were going towards Secret and the AWPer was on catwalk. But indeed, Mo happens to be on the low ground for this on this occasion, so they won't have the information.
Well, because Mo's on the low ground and he's playing a little bit passive, they're like, you know what, they could be down lower. So that's why Gambit's already set up for lower almost. Almost.
No one in control room. See the boost position on the ramp. Quite a curious position. We'll see if it works out because it seems that, I don't know if it's a distraction being run. Well, that kill might give them confidence. And Twist has got almost no health. He can't really face, but he's doing damage to Mo, I think. Mo, there goes Mo. That's a great play from Twist.
Peeking that of Hobbits on the box?
That's a good question. 23 seconds left for this bomb to go down. Where can Liquid plant it? We've got Zeus in main at the moment. Stanislaw holding the ladder. But is the play for A or is it B? The high ground. They won't expect Zeus just yet. Oh, this could be a complete catastrophe. Going straight for it. 9 seconds left. They're going to rotate the bomb, but it's the bomb alone. It's Twist. Can he even get the bomb down? 12 HP versus 3 to keep Liquid in this match.
He's pissing himself right now. What?
Harsh.
Tell me he's not.
And there it is, 19-17 in favour of Gambit. A drawn out second map, but indeed it will be the 2-0 from Gambit. At least Liquid showed up to the second map.
Yeah.
How do we feel about their performance?
Well, obviously it was way better than Train, but you still feel like they had to win Nuke with such a strong first half on T's side.
And it was their map pick.
And it was their map pick, exactly. You feel like they needed to show more. But on the other hand, you just felt like Gambit won like the rounds in a perfect order, so that they were keeping pressure on Liquid's economy in the second half at almost every single moment until the very, very end. But again, that's what Liquid managed to do in the first half. So.
Yeah.
And it's a game of 2 halves, Josh.
Well, actually, there are 4.
Can't have 4 halves, then it's
There's
4
quarters.
Oh, it's 2 pairs of 2 halves.
True.
You know, or 2 series of 2 halves, or whatever you want to call it. So Gambit, they probably should have won the match in normal time, but they win the match no less with a clean sheet 2-0 over Liquid. So is this an upset, chaps?
No, I still think Gambit was the favorite coming into this one. Their roster is more established. Liquid just recently made the change. Even though they've been looking strong, Gambit is a team that has very, very strong fundamentals and you know, strong individuals as well. it's going to take a lot to beat them when they're on point, and they were on point in this series. It's better than the Gambit we saw in Kiev, that's for sure.
Are we able to see an updated bracket to find out where all the teams are standing at the moment, who's been eliminated, and who is playing who tomorrow? We will see that very shortly indeed.
I think Liquid, like I thought Liquid would have done a little bit better than that, and I think as soon as the train result came in, I thought that was basically the end of the series right there.
Okay, so I think we're going to see the brackets to see where things are at the moment. So on the winner's side, we've got SK versus Gambit. It will be Optic,
Liquid.
Okay, Optic, Liquid, and NIP, Cloud9. So those are the teams that remain. Any favourites at the moment?
Well, the good thing about these North American tournaments is that at least you can see a lot of North American teams make it deep into the bracket, you know?
I feel like Liquid is a favorite against Optic. NIP Cloud9 should be a great game. Cloud9 has been looking really solid this tournament, despite playing with a stand-in. SK very strong as well, and in a best of 3, SK has the advantage over Gambit. Although we saw a very strong train from Gambit right now. So you wonder whether they've actually improved their map pool significantly, or was that just a one-off performance versus Liquid? We're going to find out tomorrow, James.
Indeed we are. So that's going to bring the matches to a close for today. So I suppose we can close out the stream. Do we have any final thoughts, messages, or otherwise? Josh?
I don't really have any more final thoughts. I look forward to the games tomorrow, though. They should be fun, good times, and yeah, no, Yanko.
Anything you want to say about that match? Do you want to say anything about that match? There's a headset there if you want to pop on. You can just yank it.
Can you talk with me easier, because I don't understand what you're talking about.
So how was the first game for you on Train? Looks pretty good.
I don't know, I was kind of surprised. For the first time we played good as team on T side. It was surprised. But we managed to win a lot of teams on Brack. On T side against like top teams. So we've been like pretty much confident to play Train.
So the two maps that you guys kind of are introducing into your map pool are Train and Nuke, right? You played like obviously Overpass and Cobble are your strongest maps, and then you were like also playing Inferno and Cash. But now in this series you also played like Train and Nuke, and obviously you managed to close it out 2-0.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean we practiced a lot of other maps. I mean not Overpass and Cobblestone. We practiced other maps to Star Ladder, but something wrong on Star Ladder, and we played maps that we didn't practice. So I think everything is going okay for us now. We're playing maps that we practiced.
That's always good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a good start.
So what happened towards the end on? I think when you had match point in normal time, and there was a Liquid pushed hut, and you were all stuck behind the smoke.
Actually, we didn't figure out what's happening. So it was like quick rush, fast pushes, and we didn't manage to do anything. And just after pause, we managed to do something against them. It was not a lot of experience on Nuke, on T side. That's why we on the last round looked like shaky. I don't know.
Is it more difficult for Zeus as well, because like he never? I mean, Navi never played with him Nuke or Cash, and now those are maps that you play at least a little bit in Gambit. Is it like difficult for him to adjust as well?
I don't know how does he feel.
Oh, he's right there. You wanna jump on?
But I think he's doing great. I mean, on Cash, yeah, he got I get a little problems with like calling on T side, but we're trying to help him because we played all of us played the Cash a lot, so we're trying to help him at least. So
awesome.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everything is good.
Awesome. Well, good luck against SK.
Yeah, thank you.
That's your next opponent. So yeah, I think we're done with the Q&A. So I guess we can close out the stream. Cheers to Gambit, cheers to all the other teams who played today. And we will all be back tomorrow with more Counter-Strike. Until then, see you then.